one night, Robbie matched with both of us. What's up, guys? And welcome to our channel. We are so excited to have you here. You have no idea.
Yeah, we are super pumped to be trying out this whole YouTube thing and to have you guys along for the ride and to just show you a little bit more into our lives.
Our first video is one that one of you guys recommended to us. Someone DM'd it to me on Instagram, and I thought it was the perfect video to start out with, to just tell how we met.
Our story.
Our little Tinder success story, and how Robbie matched with both me and my sister.
Yeah.
And that whole awkwardness.
Make sure, before we get into things, subscribe, like, hit that little bell notification thing so you know whenever we post videos, you'll be the first one to see them. We
will love you forever if you do so. Also, make sure to follow us both on Instagram if you're not already. And let's get to it.
Let's do it.
Stop that. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. And stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Nice keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. Let the girl tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pond. If you wanna touch me, please use caution.
So, the story of how we met.
It's a doozy, so buckle up.
No, it's really not, but it's pretty funny. So, picture me. I'm 17. I turned 18 because I was actually 18 when we met. I turned 18.
Very important detail. She was 18.
I just graduated high school and I was all signed up to go to ASU. Actually, I was gonna stay in Arizona and go to school, and I was like all signed up for it. I had all my classes, and then super last minute, I went through like a breakup, and I was like, I gotta get out of here. I'm leaving Arizona. So 2 weeks before school started, I signed up to go to school in Utah, and I like really last minute signed up for all my classes. I had the worst schedule ever, whatever. So just a little backstory. I had just moved up to Utah to go to school, and about 2 weeks into school, my older sister, Bree, she's 4 years older than me, came to visit me. So she comes visits and she's like, let's meet boys. And so I was like, okay, the only problem is you're 4 years older than me. The only boys I know so far are my age, and like, I know you don't want to be like hanging out with freshman guys. So she's like, why don't we just get Tinder for the weekend, and we'll just like meet boys and have fun, and then after I leave, we'll just delete it. And so I was like, all right, I'm down. That's how I ended up with Tinder.
So here's the thing. I'm 5 years older than Olivia. So I had been out at school for a while already. Was what they call a super senior, I guess. I'm old. So I had Tinder for a while and had some good dates, had more not so great dates, and at one point I even got catfished, which is a whole other story for another time, which I can tell that to you guys another time if you want.
Comment below if you want Robbie to tell his catfishing story from Tinder, because it's a good one.
Anyway, at that point, yeah, I was like, yo, I'm done with this. I'm not doing Tinder anymore. This is kind of weird. So I was over it. And then I had a buddy come back into town. He was working over the summer out of state, and he came back into town and was like, dude, it's time to meet some girls. And I was like, yeah, but I'm Tindered out, I've dated out, like, I just need some bro time. And he was like, no, let's do it. Get Tinder, we'll just do it for the weekend, and then we'll get rid of it. And he's like a sales guy, so I was persuaded. And I got Tinder for the weekend. And then we matched.
We matched. Like I said, my sister and I had Tinder, and we were just having fun on it. You know, we like went on a few dates. We were kissing a bunch of boys. We were just like, we were having so much fun on it. And it was nothing serious because, like I said earlier, I had just gotten out of a relationship. I was like, I don't want to be in a relationship. I'm not trying to date anyone. Like, I'm just trying to have fun, kiss some boys, whatever. So one night, Robbie matched with both of us.
Well, let me explain this, because I'm the one who swiped,
you need to explain this.
So I was in bed after playing many rounds of Super Smash Bros. With my roommates. So it was like 3 in the morning, right? It was like 3 or 4 in the morning, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I see this picture of these two girls, and they were both really cute, and I was like, oh, either one of them I'd be down to go on a date with, sure. So I swiped right, match. I was like, yes, sweet, this is perfect. So few swipes later, I see the same profile picture again. So if you had Tinder, maybe you know, but sometimes it would glitch and it would actually show you the same people over again.
Sure, likely story.
So that's what I assumed it did. So I just swiped again without even like looking at the name or anything. And then it was like, you have a match. So then I ended up like later on going into my like match list or whatever, and I saw that it was 2 different people. So I had matched with both the girls in the photo, and I was like, couldn't really get any better than this. Because at the point, I thought they were just friends.
And we look a lot alike. I actually have the picture of us. This was both of our Tinder profile pictures. We'll put it up there so you can see it. But we look a lot alike, and Robbie claims that he just thought it was the same person. I'm a little embarrassed to admit, I'm not gonna lie, I totally photoshopped this picture. Like, I feel like you can totally see, like, my waist just like dips in because I totally photoshopped my waist to be like smaller than it actually was, and it's like, I'm so embarrassed to admit that. I was a little insecure back then. I'm not anymore, but anyway.
She didn't need to because she got it down.
It was so funny though. I just like, I can't even believe I did that. I don't even have like the original version anymore. Like the only one I have is the photoshopped one because I think I like deleted it. So anyway, Robbie fell in love with me from, well, not fell in love with me.
I fell in love with her because of her waist.
Robbie was first attracted to me.
To a fake version.
A fake version.
I got catfished again. Oh.
Then he sees me in real life and he's like, what? Your waist ain't that snatched. So anyway, he matches with both of us, and at like 4 a.m. I just am like, what were you doing up? This is so sketchy.
Super Smash Bros.
So he messages us both at 4 a.m. and I didn't know this at the time. I was asleep at 4 a.m. like the good girl that I am, because I had 8 a.m. class the next day. But he messages us at 4 a.m. and he sends us both the same exact message. And it says, well, this is kind of awkward. I just matched with both you and your friend in the first pic. So yes, this message was copied and pasted and sent to your friend as well because you are both absolutely gorgeous.
If I would have known they were sisters, I would have worded it differently.
Which is so cheesy and lame. He sends that to both of us. And my sister Bree happened to be awake at 4 a.m. I don't know why, because I was dead asleep. She's awake. She starts messaging Robbie. Like, they're like kind of flirting. They're messaging through the night. And I wake up to that message and I had no idea, because when I woke up, my sister was asleep. So I had no idea they had been talking all night. I wake up and I see that message and I'm like, oh, he matched with both of us, cool. And I just start messaging him that morning.
So funny thing is, Olivia's Tinder bio said, we can just tell people we met at Costco. And I was like, oh, I like her sense of humor. But also, I was like, I'm kind of clever, so maybe we could do like the first date to Costco. Right? There we go.
I thought it was a really clever bio though. If you guys want to steal it,
yeah,
you can.
Anyway, so
it works for me.
Basically, my buddy was like, he told me actually that he had been wanting to go to Costco to see if he could get a membership. So I like messaged her and was like, hey, at this point I found out that they were sisters and that they were not the same person. So by then I was like, oh, well, let's just do a double date. I have my buddy. Well, it like worked out perfect.
Once he found out that my sister didn't live in Utah, he was kind of like, I'm not really gonna
I was
try
like,
super hard because I kind of want to, he was looking for a relationship.
Yeah.
And as we know, I was not, but he was, so he didn't want a long distance thing. So it was kind of like an early on, like we decided, oh, let's set up my sister with your friend.
Right.
And yeah.
So we organized the date and we picked him up and we went to Costco.
Okay, wait, how did you feel when I first like walked out of the car when you came to pick me up?
I was, I guess not surprised. Well, I was actually, because like I said, I had gotten catfish before. So I was pleasantly surprised.
This girl is who she says she is?
Yeah.
What?
So I was pretty stoked. I was like, okay, they're both cute, but I was drawn to Olivia more.
Yeah, and I remember when I first saw you, I was just thought you were so cute. And then I met him, and he's literally like the nicest person I've ever met. So I was immediately drawn to that. We literally went to Costco on our first date.
What is better than a slice of pizza and some ice cream?
Except we didn't get pizza, we just got yogurt.
No.
Oh, you got pizza probably. I was probably like, yeah, I'm like not gonna eat. I don't know, you know, and like sometimes you're on a first date and you're like scared to eat. Does anyone else get like that? I don't know.
It's the worst feeling ever.
It's the worst. So I don't think I ate pizza, but it's fine.
But it was delicious, and it was really fun. Good. And we kind of had, so me and my buddy had this plan, and especially having been on Tinder before, I have this system where basically I would just take girls out either for like yogurt or ice cream or whatever, like a half hour sort of thing. By then I would get to know if I was like feeling it or not, and if not, then the date would be over. If I was feeling it, then, you know, maybe we would go, you know, somewhere else fun, you know, or the date would just last a little longer. So we kind of have the same idea. Like, we'll go to Costco, get some frozen yogurt or ice cream or whatever it was, and see if they're cool or not. And they were pretty cool. So, another rant. The night was so random.
It was the weirdest first date. Like, not romantic at all. It was just weird. Very random.
But it was a lot of fun.
It was really fun. It was fun. It was the best.
So the next random thing is my buddy. If you knew my buddy, Corey, this would make a lot of sense because he's kind of like all over the place, and he always is like on the go and has a million things he's liking to do. So he had told me earlier that, and he's like, bro, I gotta go get this giant beanbag off of Craigslist because I want it for my apartment. And it was in a town like 30 minutes away. And we were planning on doing that after the date because we didn't know, like I said, if we were gonna really be into him or not. But we ended up being into him because they were really cool, Olivia and her sister, props, right? And so we were like, should we just invite him to go with us to get this beanbag from Craigslist? So we went to my uncle's house, borrowed his truck because we didn't have a truck, and drove half an hour to go buy a beanbag,
Me and Bree were
giant
like,
love sack.
What the heck is going on? Like, we meet him at Costco, first of all, weird. And then we go buy a beanbag, like, that's weird. It was super romantic, guys. Like, so 5-star restaurant, you know, the whole 9 yards for me.
So we're going to get this beanbag, and the car ride literally turns into like a dance party. It was the most fun thing ever.
It was really fun.
We ended up, because like I'm saying, she's cool, I'm cool, Friend and Bree were cool, and so it was like, we just had a really good time. It was a blast. Went to go pick up the beanbag. It was gigantic.
It was so big.
Brought it back to my friend's apartment, and then we ended up watching a scary movie that night.
Yeah, so we watched The Conjuring, which was really good. So like I mentioned earlier, like me and Bree were kissing boys. Like we had just kissed people the night before. Like we were just having fun.
Didn't even remember their names.
I don't even know. Yeah, didn't even remember their names. But it was so funny because like Bree and Friend were just like making out during The Conjuring and stuff, and I was like, I don't want to kiss Robbie because like I like him, you know, and I didn't want to ruin it by kissing him, and I was like, with him it's just different. Like I actually really, really like him, and so we didn't end up kissing on our first date. Okay. He actually kissed my forehead, and I feel like you were like just...
I was kind of like testing the waters, but I knew that I didn't really want to make out either because I really liked her, and so I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna kiss this girl on the first date, you know. So it was kind of like I want to let her know, like, hey, I'm kind of into you, but I don't want to make out.
Until the next night. Second date. But yeah, we didn't kiss the first date, which was like a huge deal for me. So I was like, I really like him, and then we watched Finding Nemo afterwards because after you watch a scary movie, it's always best to watch a Disney movie.
Just end on that, or
and
you're
then,
like a psycho.
Yeah, and then oh, you're good. And then we went home, and Robbie and I kissed the next day on our second date, but we literally hung out every single day since. Yep. From the day we met, we just hung out every single day. And it wasn't like, oh, we go do something for an hour. It was like from the time we woke up to the time we went to bed, we were hanging out with each other, and like we would meet in between classes, or if Robbie had class and I didn't have a class, like I just went to all of his classes with him, and he went to all my classes, and like our grades just plummeted, but we were just so in love and having so much fun. But we just like were with each other all the time, and we never wanted to be apart from each other from the day we met. And that went on for like a few months, and then we met in October, beginning of October 2nd actually was the day we met. And then we went every day seeing each other until Christmas break. And we, you know, were apart for 2 weeks. It was really sad. I wasn't sure if we were gonna make it through. And then
yeah, that was rough.
And then we hung out every single day ever since then. So
yep.
That's kind of how we met. I will forever know Robbie thinks my sister's hot because he swiped on her. And it wasn't super weird because we were all like kind of normal, but it was a little bit weird at first. Like I knew Bree had talked with him all night, And
you'll never know what we talked about.
I didn't even ask. I was just like, oh, we want to do a double date. Whatever. I wish I could pull up those messages. I would be really curious, actually. You're like, you're so sexy, girl.
Probably more like, oh, you're really cute.
You're really cute. Hi.
Anyway.
I'm Robbie.
Yeah. So that's pretty much our story of how we met. A little out of the box, but also not really, because I guess everybody meets online these days.
But I feel like it's cool because we both like just had Tinder for the weekend, you know?
Yeah, no, that is pretty true.
Well, it's not like we were on Tinder for like 8 years.
And we wouldn't have met each other otherwise, because like I said, she's 5 years younger than me. We were not from, like, I'm from Florida and North Carolina. That's where I grew up on the East Coast. So all the people that I knew at college were very different from her, like, group of people that she knew.
Yeah.
Never would have met each other otherwise.
We have like no mutual friends, none of the same classes. Our majors were totally different.
All her friends are really weird. No, I'm just kidding.
So I'm really actually grateful for Tinder, because I honestly don't think we could have met any other way. So.
Yeah, unless I just saw you walking on campus and was like, Zane, girl, what's up? But, you know, wouldn't happen, because I'm not like that. I probably would have been like,
too scared.
Oh my gosh, she's way too cute. And then like go up and then turn around and be like, no, I'm not going to do it. Too scared. So that's more of like my personality.
Aww. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like we said earlier, let us know if you want to hear Robbie's catfish video, or comment if you guys want to see any other videos from us. This is so much fun. Like, we're just so excited. Yep. And we're so excited for you guys to get to know us, and we can get to know you, and we're stoked. So
yeah, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit subscribe, and turn on notifications and stuff, because you
want to see more lit videos, yo.
Exactly.
We're just really excited, and thank you guys so much for watching. Peace. Eat it. Get it, buddy. Oh.
1, 2. Well, what's
up, guys?
Punch me in the nose.
Sorry.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.